Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday night. We are here. It is February 8th of 2025, and I cannot believe that it is February 8th of 2025. Can we believe it? No, I cannot. How are you, everybody? I'm watching the chat. You guys are just fantastic. I'm going to tell you. First of all, we have a couple of birthdays. Linda's daughter, I don't know if you're in the chat, Linda, but Linda's daughter is 40 years old today. Happy birthday, Linda's daughter, if you're here. If you're not here, I'll write to you in the comments. And then we have another young lady from Miami whose birthday is today, who is a friend and client of mine. And I want to wish her a happy birthday as well. So happy birthday, my dear in Miami. Much love to you. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's been beautiful here. In fact, I got to tell you, I have the air conditioning on. 2 weeks ago, it was 16 degrees, and now I've got the air conditioning on. I'm so happy that everyone is here. And oh my goodness, there we go. Hello, hello from the UK. And thank you, Nanny Shazzer Post Malone, fan number 1. There we go. My darlings, and look at this. Look at these names. Look at these names. Cartoid is not an artery, nor an Altoid. Listen, if you know, you know. During the Penny McGee trial, we were all listening in Attorney Melanie Little's chat, and the ADA for the prosecution kept saying carotid artery instead of saying carotid artery. She kept saying carotid, to the point where we just wanted to reach out and say, if you're going to prosecute somebody, at least have the names right. Right? I mean, hello. So there you go. And no, I cannot believe that it is February either. I'm going to put the chat on the screen because many of you watch from TV, iPad, and everything else. And welcome. I am so glad that everybody is here. Happy birthday. Happy birthday's coming up. And Amy says, love the frames. I make these frames, my darlings. I make these. So I want to also welcome everyone at Crime Time with True Oracle. Thank you so much for being here. And do me a favor, after we are done here, and I will try to put a link to that community. In fact, why don't I do it now before I forget? Then I can just pin it there. And there's a reason I want to have you come over there. And I want you to subscribe, because once we reach 4,000 subscribers, we are going to have another drawing. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to put the link to this channel in the chat. And then y'all can just come over there and click on there. Because, I mean, why not? We love this type of thing. Here we go. I'm going to put this on here. There we are. And I'm going to pin it. So if you guys can come over there when you get a chance, you're welcome to watch from there or here. Same thing. Hello, hello, my darlings. It is cold. It is warm. Oh, my glasses frames. Oh, well, thank you so much, my darling. They are readers from, I think, the local pharmacy, I think. I don't know. When I like a pair, I buy it in several different colors. So thank you, my darling. Thank you, thank you. One of the young ladies from, it went from 40s to 84 very quickly here in Florida. I know it did here too. One of the young ladies from the giveaway got her Kipper deck today. And Miss Amy, did you get your Kipper deck yet? Did you get it? And I also want you to know I got the shipment in of Kipper decks and a Lenormand. 2 Lenormand decks, I think, is all they had left. So I got them, and very beautiful reading cloths. I'm going to do a video on all of them. I'm going to make a video on the Kippers. I'm going to get a download for you. We've got so much to, so let's get started. Let's get started. It has been a week. It has been a crime week. If I'm not kidding. It's been such a week, my darlings, that I had to make notes. No kidding. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about our favorite Karen just for a few minutes. And hello, everyone. Hello. Cheers. And then we're going to do some readings. And what we're going to do an hour after, hello, Damika. Hello, my darling. Hello. An hour after this stream ends at 10 p.m., come back. We're going to do some more EVPs because we liked the last session that we had. Our blessed little buddy Microdots was here. We had a good time. He participated. He was so wonderful. We had a great time. So we're going to be doing that. And I've got you set up so that when this stream ends, I'm just going to teleport you right over so you can wait for the next stream. How's that? So sorry, Turtle Boy, for tonight, my darling, because we got things we got to do. We got some heavy duty things we got to do. Especially we need to be talking to our buddy John, Officer John, because I got a little message. And the message was, everybody was talking about, this back here in the back of his head, everything else. Well, he had a question for me, and it was ask where, when he brought up, I don't want to say it here, so let's be mindful of what we put in the chat. He wanted to know where that went. He knows, but it's a question to make everybody stop and think, because people just basically said, it is one of those things that, where is the red stuff? But where is this as well? They're stains, but where did it go? Well, we all know where it went. So there we go. So yes, my darlings. Yes, my darlings. Hello, hello. Hello, Booth. Hello, Boo. Hello, 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 my darlings. Mrs. Ken Hathaway and Mr. Ken Hathaway. Yes. Listen, last Saturday night, EVPs were off the chain. If you missed that, it was just exciting and a little nerve-wracking and a little, Now, my darling, you have a good question. Resisting arrest? No. It was from the head injury because he was hit so hard. Sometimes when you have a concussion, and he had that and more, from what I understand, that that happens where you bring up, and I say bring up because I don't want to say these words on here because they're watching. So there we go. Let me see here. Have you heard from the mystery person yet, or if it's a lady or a man at 34 when John told you? It's a woman that saw something. It is a woman from what I understand. And maybe we'll see tonight. Maybe we'll see tonight. Oh my goodness. Charlie became a member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. There you go, my darling. I thought I saw another new member in here. I'll have to gather that too. I don't want to miss you. I don't want to miss you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that membership. Welcome. Let me go back. Let me go way back to the troglodytes, right? Let me go way back to the troglodytes and see. There was another person here, I believe, that gave us a membership. I don't see it now. I was thinking it did. Anyway, I don't want to sound stupid. You're not. What is an EVP? It is what they call sometimes an electric voice phenomenon. But what it is I have an app that picks up on a frequency, and entities or spirits can talk through it and give us names and all kinds of different things. And that's what oh my goodness. And we've got more members. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. Look at the members coming in. And that is from Miss Roxy D. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you can hear Shaggy. No, that's Bilbo in the background. Welcome, new members. Welcome, welcome. And thank you so much, darling Roxy. So let's welcome these new members. Marie, bless you. Bless you, Marie. Mama She 13, welcome. Welcome to the fold. Welcome. Moon Goddess, thank you for being here. Mrs. Smith, thank you for being here too, my darling. Thank you, thank you. So there we go. Let me see here. We've got a question by Amy. I have a question. Okay. I hope I have an answer. Can you tell everyone about your psychic attack and what did you did to take care of it in case it happens to someone here and they do the same, fighting spiritual warfare? Okay. So thank you for bringing that up, Amy. Last week after the EVPs, I had a psychic attack. I was drained of energy. It was, I know from whom. I'm not going to mention her name, but I don't want you to mention her name in the chat either, but I can tell you it is someone that we definitely know who dabbles in this sort of thing. And it just wiped me out psychically. I took a picture of my cat, Petey. Now, for you new members, you can go in and watch that video. I made a video about it. And I'm going to make a video about how to do some cleanse, that sort of thing. But I'm going to make it for members only because YouTube doesn't like that. So I'm going to make that for members only. So you can go in and catch up. And in my community tabs, you can go in and see definitely where and how things are shaping up around here. And my goodness, we have some very generous people here. And Mama J's, look at you, girl, look at you. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm honored that you are here. And look at this. Mama She 13. So glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. There we go, my darlings. Thank you very much. Hi there. Hello there. Hi there. Hi there. And Miss Cartoid, this is our favorite lovely lady, Better with the Irish. This is our Irish Rose. Miss Cartoid, she will get it back 10 times. Yes, she will. Don't worry, I sent it right back to her. And I'm going to make a video and show you how I did it. So that way, if you ever feel like you become under a psychic attack, but I'm okay, I've recovered, it's gone, I took a picture. I don't, for members only, you can go in and see after the live, you can go into my community tab and look at the picture that I took of Petey and my cat Petey sitting on my bed. His mouth is distorted and there's an entity standing in back of him in the doorway of my bathroom. That's when I knew something was sent, and I knew that it was from her. So there you go. So I'm okay. I'm okay. And we'll listen, not only my darling Sissy 2, not only did I kick her to the curb, I kicked everything. She cannot even get near. Can't get near. She's gone. That whole thing, it went back to her, all right. It went back to her. So wait a minute. I saw something really important. Miss Calla Lily. Well, you know, I have to do my Katharine Hepburn, right? All the Calla Lilies are in bloom again, right? My birthday was yesterday. I made it to 69. Woohoo. Well, happy birthday, my darling Calla Lily. You're in the right place. We're just going to celebrate with you. We're never a day late, nor are we $1 short. We are always here. Thank you, my darling, and happy birthday. Happiest of birthdays to you. Hey, you're just getting started. That's the way it goes. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. There we are. Okay. Standing stones. Wait. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Whoa. Did I miss something? I don't think. We have a very generous karaoke. I hope that's right, my darling. I'm love your lives. Well, I love you being here. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your support from Canada. Thank you so much. Much love to you, my darling. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, Lucky saw the Ford Probe. But I think they put across the hood, back the car out of the driveway to flagpole and dropped him on. John has a different story about that. John has a different story. The Ford Edge was parked there so no one saw what they had done. But John says that he was taken out of the bulkhead and around the house and through the gate and up that way. They were trying to avoid as much ring camera in the neighborhood that they could, but they did not avoid everything. So very good, very good. There we are, my darlings. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know if any of you know this. First of all, I am cold. I don't know if any of you know this, but the Supreme Court clerk accessed the docket at the Supreme Court on the 6th. Now, what that means, it means that they're looking at it now. There was another case that came out sort of kind of similar to Karen's. It did not go well, and they did not address anything. Do I have a lot of faith in this? But we got some noise. I'm going to say the more noise we put out, the better that this gets. Okay. And look at this. Another generous super chat. A hippie character. Oh my God. A hippie. Yeah, hippie. A hippo. Look at this. Thank you so much for your support, my darling. Thank you. Thank you. And look at all of the memberships floating around, and my goodness, Marie, look at you. Look at you. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you very much and welcome all new members. Welcome, welcome. There we go. And Liz, there you go, my darling. You got a membership. And Liz got a video reading with me. So Liz, I will be doing your video reading very soon. So thank you very much for your order. You'll be receiving that extremely soon. So welcome to all of the news. Elaine Elizabeth, welcome to the full. Welcome to the crime lab. Welcome to the Tarot Crime Lab, my darlings. Look at this. Keith, there you go. And Therese, there we are, my darlings. Thank you very much, my darling Marie. You are so sweet. And Amy, I hope you get them today too, my darling. You should be. You should be. And let me see. I saw somebody up here I wanted to say something to. And Elizabeth, I got your message. So glad. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you love them. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to everyone. So, and then Roxy says, you saw that Karen is being interviewed by Boston 25 right after the Super Bowl tomorrow. Listen, I'm here for it. And I'm just going to tell you this. Hanky, hashtag Hanky Panky is mad. It just cracks me up that he can get out this motion for information from Ted Daniels. And I got to tell you something about Ted Daniels. I think Ted Daniels is about like Vinnie Politan with Court TV. I think they're all starting to come to the conclusion that there's something fishy in Canton and in Dedham and in Stodham and that whole place in Massachusetts, that whole nucleus. Forget Denmark. The fishiness is in Canton or in Massachusetts. And I'm sure they're ready. I'm sure that they've already known that they were going to get this, and I'm sure that they are very prepared. So there you go. No, in my opinion, no, honey. So no, I do not believe that Higgins did bring him. Or bring her, rather. No. So Hanky basically filed this motion because he wants all Ted Daniels interview stuff. Now, I saw a clip where Alan Jackson is going to be with her. And I got to tell you this. The defense team is they're over this. They're over the games with the prosecution. They're over it. They're over it, definitely. And look at this, my darling Jewel, who has gifted a membership. Thank you so much for your support, and welcome to the new members. There we are, and there's Joyful D. She is a new member. Welcome to the fold. Welcome to the fold. So, pardon me. Yeah, hanky is that word. What Lisa said. Yeah, he's mad. Oh, well. Oh, well. And Andrea Clark says, Ted knew there was something crazy a while ago. Yes, he did. And they're prepared for it. They're prepared. And if we don't think, I cannot wait. I cannot wait, my darling, for this interview, because I know that their questions and answers are crafted. So it's going to put the prosecution on notice. There we are. Okay. Marie says, I sent you a Facebook message. I didn't know how to message you after the Manifest Monday, but interested in a reading. My darling, I am on those platforms, but I'm just going to be frank with you. Pardon me. I don't use them. It is very, very seldom. Here's the reason why. Because you get those scammers on there, and you know they are. They steal my profile picture, they steal my content, and then they go around and they contact all the people that are in my groups and all my followers, and they say, oh, I have a message from Spirit that you need to, and they end up getting money from my people thinking that it's me, and it's not. I don't solicit anyone. The problem with these other platforms is that they won't do anything about it. I'm the one who has to prove that it's not. In fact, somebody actually at one point filed a complaint on me and said that I stole the platform and it was mine, or I stole the profile and it was mine. And they took my profile off for a little bit. So I don't like them. So here's what to do, my darling. I'm going to put up this QR code right now. There you are. And if you would like a reading, you can click on that QR code, or you can go over to www.trueoracle.com and click under shop, or click under video readings. And if you go over there, you can also see my bio, but I've got a bio that's not even really on there. The bio is a seriously an arm's length long, and there's not enough room. There's not enough room. So there we go. So let me see if I can catch up. But thank you for that, Marie. I appreciate you, honey. Thank you, thank you. And Bingo Lady Zelda, Ted has yet to remove himself from the fence. Yep. Yep. But he has to kind of remain neutral, because I'm sure his station, they're prepared. I mean, look at what they did to Gretchen Voss, right? But Ted is approaching this differently, and I'm happy. There's Michelle. She's from Stoughton. Welcome, my darling. Lots of stuff going on there. And Amy says, this is going to be a great interview. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. For sure. I am excited. So, all right, give me a second here. I'm going to catch up. Oh, my God. Aunt BB2, you guys are so generous. Thank you so much for all of the memberships. Thank you for your support. Auntie BB, you darling you. And for all of you, welcome new members. Now, don't forget, there's new member info that is in the community tabs. If you want to catch up, go back and watch all the members only videos. You can see a lot that is coming out, and I'm going to be making that psychic attack. You'll know it because it says I was attacked, psychically attacked. And I'm going to be making some videos to show what I did to send that energy right back. And believe me, she got the message. She understood the assignment. So now we got 10, and we welcome Bite Not Bits. Oh boy, I love that. Welcome, welcome, my darling. Morrissey's iCloud. Listen, I don't believe there is an iCloud. I don't think it's possible to have an iCloud on those because it's not secure. I can bet you it's in someone's drive, though. The drive accounts, I bet you it's there. If they just take a look, I bet you it's there. Christine, thank you, my darling. Thank you. Jazzy's mom, welcome, welcome. Tracy R. There we are. Welcome, my darling. No woman, no cry. Phoebe. Thank you, my darling. Look at that little profile picture. Oh, my goodness. It's okay, Mrs. Smith. There's some interesting things, aren't there? Okay. Toy. Welcome, my darling. Aaron. And now we have Jiller Bean. Okay. This wonderful. Okay. Let me take a look. Crafty Chris. In my opinion, Norfolk County is the Bermuda Triangle of Mass. What a great analogy. What a great analogy. And I don't know if I mentioned it. Did you actually see where they found a ship that had been lost, what they thought in the Bermuda Triangle. My goodness. Where Buck dials more than people, and crime scenes speak, right? The crime scene whispered to me, thank you, Trooper Paul. I wonder, I'm certain that he will not be coming back for the the retrial. I know attorney Melanie Little says the re-prosecution. Sorry for the Freudian slip. Okay, my darling. So there we go. Yes. Happy chaps. Welcome, my darling. Hanky only ended up giving them more of an audience, advertising his temper tantrum about this interview. You know, I've got to say this, my darlings. You saw the change in his demeanor from the Dauber hearing, from the Mr. Green, and then from Dr. Russell. And now he tried to play he was just playing the good guy. He was just playing poor me. Oh, poor me. That's what he was playing. Oh, poor me. That's what he was playing. And I'm going to tell you what, that just drives me crazy. He was trying to come off to the judge. I'm so helpful. I'm so kind. Now, I've got to tell you this. I have an opinion about Auntie Bev. She kind of redeemed herself with Penny McGee. Boy, I was holding my breath. And I can tell you, I literally broke out in tears when she dismissed that case. It was actually quite wonderful. I broke out in tears. And she knows the tomfoolery that's going on here. I can tell you, I cannot wait for Alan Jackson's dismissal. There's another thing. I don't know if you caught it, but he talked about being throated. That little Easter egg that he gave us, that little Easter egg of being throated when he was he was upset, and he talked about throated. Now there's a throat chakra. And believe me, they're on their way to disabling this prosecution, because everything that they are doing will be noted. And this dismissal, watch for March. March is definitely going to be something. Definitely. So there we have Hanky very piasted. I bet the bad actor will be watching Karen. Of course, they're all going to be sitting there. Of course, they're all going to be sitting there and watching. And there's one definitely that will be. And look, we've got another new member. Welcome. Welcome, my darling. Thank you very much, Robin, for becoming a new member and joining the poll. I'll tell you what, you guys are wonderful. You're wonderful. So let me see. They are very scared. Okay, Mama Jace, if you are watching from an iPad or your iPhone, yeah, that's what that is. If you're watching from the iPad or the iPhone, what you need to do is go out of the app and into the desktop. So you go out of the app, you get in your Safari desktop. I can hear myself talking. This is the camera for later, and I can hear myself talking on that, and that drives me nuts. Okay. Here we are. Maybe. So then when you do that, you can see under my profile, it says join, and you can join as a member there. I hope that helps. All right, my darling. So now, let me see. We've got another little housekeeping here. We're going to look through here. Oh, my goodness. Karaoke became a member. Thank you so much. Don't forget, go in the community tab. You can watch all the members onlys. That's what it's all about. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Robin. That's right. Go in the description. Click. There is a little thing that says join. Thank you, Robin, for your help. Thank you. Okay, let me see. And Jerry's got the right idea. Thumbs up, everybody. Do me a favor. Click thumbs up. If you're watching, we have a lot of people watching. If you're watching, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so you can come in and say hello. We'd love that. We love that. Drusilla. Hello, everyone. It's my first live here. Well, welcome, my darling. Welcome. That's very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome all new members, Kelly says. Thank you. Thank you. Standing Stone says, I don't like psychic attacks. It was not a fun one. It was not fun. I was drained, almost bedridden, drained from just the energy. And it came on quickly, but she's gone. There we go. Here we are. Ken Hathaway and Mrs. Hathaway, I'm sure. Lady Zelda, who do you think is the retired officer who has a Sallyport video on his iCloud? I think this was someone who knew the truth, in my opinion. Now, this is my opinion. Remember, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not a medical professional. I'm psychic. I'm a medium. We're here to have fun. And this is entertainment only because we're just all entertained by this, right? So, in my opinion, the retired officer is someone who knows what's going on and probably was offered a retirement to help things out, if that makes any sense. So I that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Lies is us, the motto of Canton PD. There you go. Now, I did something. I did a thing. And I will read it to you one of these days. But I actually wrote to Pam Bondi, the new U.S. Attorney General, and basically said in a very formal letter, I'm an American citizen, and I am a very concerned citizen about our beautiful state of Massachusetts and the implied corruption that seems to be there that has been taking over our justice system, including the DA's office, the law enforcement, and pardon me, and even as high as with the governor's office. Now, they already know that, but I did that. I did that thing. And basically, I said that if she wants to discuss it with me, I am not involved with the case. I am really not that involved, but if she would like to discuss anything more, she's more than welcome to follow this YouTube channel. She's more than welcome to contact, and I gave her the contact information for David Yanetti's and AJ's office and Robert Alessi's, and said that she can contact me if she would like to discuss anything further. Will she do that? Contact me? No, she doesn't have time. But I think it's going to get her attention because I cited a few things. I talked about Joshua Levy, a good job that I thought he really did, but I think there needs to be some more done. Now, I'm also going to tell you what I think. Listen, there's been some huge hanky-panky with that Sallyport video. They know that it's there. They know what they have. They know that they've given the defense exculpatory evidence. and they know there's more. They have been delaying it on purpose because somebody is going to get in trouble. Now, will Auntie Bev allow Lolly to testify? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that she will allow him to get on the stand. But he's going to be left holding the bag because this was under his watch. And he didn't turn some things over. And you know what this falls back on? It falls back on the main meatball, is who this falls back on. And then, you know, it's just like poop, it trickles downhill. That's what's going to happen. Standing Stone's why no sidebar when the defense found out there is another video. Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't think anybody is surprised. I mean, yeah, this is new information, but hang on, my darlings. The rest of this month is going to be motions and more stuff. And then March is going to be crazy, crazy because, you know, there's a documentary coming out. And then Canton already approved for Netflix to come in and do a little something. And, you know, those people in the town hall are wanting Netflix to come because you know what that will do. And quite frankly, there we go. When the public is scared of not being safe and protected, it's time to act. That's right. And that's pretty much what I put in Pam Bondi's letter, because I basically said to her, for those innocent people who know really the truth, where are they supposed to go? They cannot depend on law enforcement because they don't trust law enforcement. Where are they? They're more concerned about prosecuting someone with rubber ducks. So there we are. That's what I did. So there we are. All right. So there was something else I was going to tell you all. And look at this. Standing Stones has been a member for 5 months. Thank you so much, Wayne. By the way, thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. All right. Now let me see here. Welcome to everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is, listen, I know a lot of people say that I have the absolute best community that have brought together, we band together, and we need to hold on tight and keep the faith because this is, the fight is about ready to happen. You're going to see AJ, the defense team, Alessi, David Iannetti, and Eliza Little. You're going to be seeing them come out like a house of fire. And I can tell you this is going to be too much for one man to handle, and that is Hank Brennan, because he don't have the he ain't got it. He just ain't got it. You have to think about this. And besides, we all know now that he has been paid more than double, almost double. His going rate is $75,000. All lies. It's just been all lies. Definitely. All lies. And they're paying him. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I've not stopped. I'm going to be writing attorney Leah Foley. She is the new U.S. attorney for the state of Massachusetts. And I'm going to advise her that I did also write to the U.S. attorney, Pam Bondi. And when there are new confirmations in the FBI and otherwise, I will be writing to them as well. And I won't stop because that's how the squeaky wheel gets greased. That's how it works. And that's one thing, my darling, I can write a letter. And this was scathing. This was a scathing letter because, quite frankly, they've got this guy who is in my opinion, far inept, Hank, to prosecute this because no one else will. And when they start looking at this and they start looking at the taxpayer money that they've spent on all of this goings on, and they start digging down, and when they start seeing problems that there's now, I mean, Higgy is in big trouble. These people do not want to testify. They don't want to testify. No. Yeah. March, thank you, Standing Stones. March will reveal a ton. Will reveal a ton. So let's wait and see. Yes. On TBB2, I'm going to tell you, my darling, I don't think that Bev is in with them. I think maybe the very least that they would do is have her repoll the jury, but I don't think they're going to do much. I don't think they're going to do much. But you see, this is kind of the lawyer structuring thing that they do, with all the dismissals and all the motions and everything else, just in case. It's because of a plan B. If something would go wrong, I do not see that it will, but I can also tell you that the feds are watching. Why are the feds watching? Well, I don't think there's been any indictments yet because they want to see. Every time we go to court, there's some new crap. I'm just going to tell you, there's something new that comes out. The feds watch it. ARCA knows it. I mean, ARCA has been hired by the feds. You don't think that ARCA has not told the feds what's going on? And let's remember, the feds are not here for Karen. The feds are here for the corruption. Karen will benefit from that. But I can also tell you that this is going to be a mess when this is over, because Karen will come out like a barracuda, and she could. I'm going to tell you, I sent a message up and basically said, my darling Karen, you need to take the position of a badger. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if any of you know that a badger can take down a lion. A badger can take down big animals. And the way they do it is really something else, because they are small and they are wiry. And you know what they do? They grab onto the two things that a male has, and they won't let go. And that's how they protect themselves. On a female, there's other stuff that they do. A badger doesn't. I mean, a badger can kick butt and take names. That's it. So there's a lot. Smartahari, the anxiety I'm feeling is related to no consequences related to these LED. Well, I'm going to tell you, honey, not only do the feds see, but God sees too. There's going to be an end to this Sodom and Gomorrah stuff that they're doing. And I think there's going to be a self-deletion. We're not going to talk about that. But yeah, and you'll know it. You'll know it. Look at this from my darling Cartoid. Brennan is all pomp and circumstance. That's exactly right. Exactly. Yeah, so see, Hank is realizing what a mess he's got on his hands. And this is, now, you know what I got to thinking the other day? Wouldn't this be a stitch? I don't see it happening, because this would be an attorney overreach, in my opinion. But wouldn't it be a gas if Lolly contacted the defense and said, look, I'm willing to give state's evidence. I need some, because he would then have to go to the feds. He would then have to go to U.S. Pam Bondi, because he would need protection. I mean, Look at how he is now. This was Lolly. This was his case. They pumped him all up thinking, oh, this was going to be his feather in his cap. And now look at him, deflated. This man has been emasculated. I'm just going to tell you, they ripped him right off. Sorry, but that's the truth. He's been emasculated. Yeah. And here we are. We all laugh at Lolly and his weather report. Band members, Hanky moves like he did with Dr. Russell. It's going to take forever. I'm going to tell you, I do not think this judge, they're on a time limit. And I think that you have to, in a retrial, you have to do it within a certain amount of time from your last trial. And we are approaching, I think, July. I mean, you can't go past. And she's, look how long the last trial took. That's why Bev wants to hit that April Fool's date, because she doesn't want problems. She doesn't want problems. And Skyview, look at this. Yeah, Hanky filing motions, already foreseeing the outcome of Ted Daniels' interview. He's right. I mean, I would love to play poker with him. I would be rich. He keeps showing his hand. Keep showing it. Somebody said to me today, oh my gosh, these bad actors are going to give an interview with Netflix. Well, you don't think that the defense is going to be grabbing onto everything that is said? Because one thing that these people, it is guaranteed in my mind, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to say that. Allegedly, supposedly. These people never, ever, ever thought that it would go this far. They thought that Karen would just plead out, yep, I can't fight this. It's too big. We've got too many people who coming after me. Oh no, they never thought, never thought that it was going to be that big. And now I'm going to tell you the two people that are very concerned about testifying. And that is Jawbone Jen, in my opinion, and Hickey Baby. This was mentioned in this motion. This is the Brady bunch. The Brady violations, in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, are off the chain. They knew this in the last trial, that Hickey Baby was on the phone at 1:43 in the morning, standing in the police department, I think, parking lot. And they didn't disclose. What? And we have a super chat from dear Lori. Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much. Those cute little characters. And don't forget, we've got some really good emojis in the chat as well. So there we go. Pardon me. Lady Zelda, do you think the car was reversed in and the light was done then? Like the snow we all saw in the... Yeah, there was something nefarious happened. Because another thing. See, oh, what a tangled web we weave, when at first we begin to deceive. Once again, they didn't realize that there was film. This is exculpatory evidence. So evidently it shows her tail light intact. Otherwise, they wouldn't say it's exculpatory evidence. So it had to be done by the time they backed it in. They probably took care of it, and then they pulled it back in. Something nefarious happened there. So definitely, Smartahari says, cannot wait for Karen and Ted's talk. Me too. And I'm going to tell you, the ratings on this will probably even be better than the Super Bowl as far as Boston 25. So for all of you who are not able to see, I'm sure that Boston 25 will have this broadcasting on YouTube. I cannot, I would broadcast it, but I cannot because there's going to be music and commercials and all that, and I'll get a little smack on the hand from YouTube if I do that. But believe me, I'll definitely be watching. Definitely. Auntie BB is my darling. And don't we have a Farwell and Proctor hearing next week? We sure do. They're on the same day, and it is on Monday, the 10th. I'm going to tell you what I think they're going to push for with Farwell, because this has gone way beyond he was supposed to have some type of hearing within 90 days, and they put it off. That was supposed to be in December. I think it was December 11th or 12th, and they put it off, and here we are already in February. I personally feel that he's either turning state's evidence against someone. He's got to be doing something, because I'm going to tell you, they could literally be pushing for the penalty. Definitely. And you know what I mean. Don't put it in there. Don't put it in the chat. But this is a federal crime. He is accused, allegedly, of murdering Sandra Birchmore, who is a state's witness. Doing that, and you're a law enforcement officer, he's not going to see the light of day. They're not going to let him out. So that's I'm sure what they're looking for. And Lisa, I agree with you. Karen will own Massachusetts when this is all said and done. Oh yeah, it'll be Karenchusetts. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. My cartoid artery is saying a reckoning is coming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, fire is going to be cleansing this. Definitely. Nancy, yeah, I mean, they've been around for a long time. You know, the new U.S. attorney for Massachusetts had an interview the other day. I watched it. And they were asking, what about the Karen Read case? Are the feds still looking at the Karen Read case? And of course, they do the, no, I'm sorry, I cannot confirm or deny. And then the interviewer, I can't remember what her name was. Then she says, well, we already know that they've been here. So, pretty much what is it? And she grinned. She went, she's had this little smirk. Well, my darlings, what's that? Sometimes your answer is no answer. That's how that works. Okay, my darling, let's see. First step is to clear Karen. That's absolutely right. We have to go through the one thing that I love this defense team is they are staying by the book. They're not making any mistakes. It doesn't matter what Hanky Panky says. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Believe me, they are going through the letter of the law. And by the way, just so you know, I'm not a lawyer. I have to say this, but allegedly, Auntie Bev cannot push AJ for that dismissal. A dismissal can come in, a motion for dismiss, rather, can come in at any time before there is a verdict. Now, we all know what she's going to do with that motion for dismiss. I don't know how she can ignore it, because I'm sure it's going to be it's going to be a mini novel. It can be a mini series, because they're going to be putting everything and anything in there, and they're going to be doing for the government, what do they call that? You know what I mean? Prosecution. Malicious prosecution is basically what it is. Standing Stone says, Attorney Mark Betterow said in New York, this case would have been tossed. I'll tell you, I thought the other day when watching this, Wouldn't it have been lovely if we would have had the judge for Alec Baldwin? She saw that and boom, that Brady, that's the part that gets me. This is Brady violation extraordinaire, in my opinion. There's all kinds of nefarious activity going on, and yet, hello. So, okay, Jolyn, I just don't understand how all this corruption is going on and why no one is stopping it. Well, honey, I'm going to tell you, the corruption is so large that it is hard for any one person. And sadly, there are so many good cops, so many good cops, so many good law enforcement, good people. But if one person tries to take a stand, they'll squash him. They'll threaten him. They'll threaten his family. They'll threaten him. And they just stand back. And they just keep praying that it'll be taken care of. And I keep praying for the same thing. When this whole thing first started, my chat was filled with, why don't they just go to the police? Why can't they just go to the police captain? Because they're all dirty, in my opinion. Because if you go there, I mean, look at the things that Trooper Guarino did. Skimmed over stuff to hide what was going on with Farwell. You don't think that he's going to be in trouble? And look at all the things that he missed in Karen's case. I'll tell you the one person that I am, hold on a minute. This is KH Ryan 63. It's a shame how people's lives are being ruined because of corruption in their local government. Well, I'm going to tell you, we have two champions. We've got Turtle Boy Aiden Carney. Say what you want, but the guy has been through it. He went to jail needlessly because some person ran her mouth and lied to get him there. That's the thing I don't like. So he's fighting. If it weren't for him, we would never know about the corruption with Karen Reed's case and with Sandra Birchmore. And there's many others. I'm positive. I think daily, what about all the people that these police officers and DA's office have railroaded into sentences who are in prison now, who are innocent? Definitely. Jerry says Lolly sits like a bump on a log. Yeah, he's like little Humpty Dumpty, isn't he? He's about ready to fall off. But you see, here's one of the things that we have about this, my darling, that is crazy. Why have a court? If the law enforcement there wanted to nail you and wanted to put you away, they did what they needed to do, including bullying MEs. We saw that with the Penny McGee case, and you cannot tell me, it's my opinion, you cannot tell me that ME was not bullied. You can't tell me that. She was bullied, in my opinion. Who says that when you're having an argument, if somebody has a heart attack or a stroke or anything or falls out, that the other person is at fault and they call it a homicide? What? Even Auntie Bev could not go with that one. So and I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed all over the country, there are MEs that go in and change and can change the death certificates. That to me is scary. That is scary. Ken Hathaway and Mrs. Hathaway says, Lady Zelda, when Karen walks free, I wonder if the feds can go for BA and BH and two officers murdering another officer. Well, yes. I saw another. Karen says this above here, there is no justice. I think there is to a certain degree, and I think we're going to start seeing it get cleaned up. But she says, I worked for corporate lawyers, county and city government my whole life. The corruption is everywhere. Yes, it is. Law was my passion, no more. My darlings, when I lived in Virginia, I wanted to go to Old Dominion and start law school. That was my passion. That was one of the things that I wanted to do when I was little. You could see me walking around my house with a briefcase and a legal pad, writing down things that I thought were wrong and constantly putting everybody on trial for something or other. I was very passionate, even through high school, even through, and I geared through that. But when I got involved, and even in law school, saw that there were those that were positioning themselves for a higher ranking position, law position in these big law firms. I said, no thanks. My mouth is too big. I will get in trouble more than not. So there we are. Um, Kenneth says Lolly has to answer to the flipped video. He is skewed. I believe so. Some of these lawyers will never work again. After this, do you think anybody is going to hire hashtag Hanky? I hope he's invested wisely. I mean, he may get to do, he may turn out to be a ambulance chaser, in my opinion. Look at the careers that this has ruined. Look at Proctor. Do you think anybody's going to hire Proctor again? No. Do you think that Higgy baby, he is in big trouble? Even if he had this Queen for a Day letter, they call it, it's a proffer for this last thing that he, whatever, that he had to have his lawyer for 10 seconds in the courtroom. That doesn't cover you indefinitely. It's only for that particular time. He's hosed. They're all hosed. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And Joel, I love this too, because I'm going to tell you, I know insurance companies and they'll do everything and anything that they can in order not to pay. And they are investigating in Paul's case. And you're right. They will leave no stone unturned. Because why? They don't want to pay. Karen's, her stuff is, her insurance isn't going to pay. Nobody is going to pay. Nobody. And I think that he was premature, very much so, on all that too. That's another thing. You wrong, Higgy. That's absolutely right. The sickening part of this whole thing, my darlings, is that we have, we are looking at murderers, in my opinion. We're looking at them. Some people are saying on other platforms, well, Karen is out there, she's bragging, she's doing this. Listen, if I was innocent, I would be doing the same thing. If I was guilty, I would be hiding and afraid of what I would say would incriminate me even more. Listen, my darlings, I'm gonna say this. I don't feel sorry for any of them at all. They could make choices. I do feel that Lolly was railroaded in it. He did it to himself. He absolutely did. Sunflower Day. Yep. Nani Shazer. Whoa. I hope John is haunting them every night. And Dave, fingers crossed. I'm going to tell you what he is doing. His spirit at this point is bringing energy that makes everyone a little concerned that are the bad actors. They are being haunted by the past. They're being haunted by the present, and they are especially being haunted by the unknown. The fear that we have, when you experience fear, it's not of something that we know. Fear always comes from the unknown. That's why it's hard to control fear. That's why there's a flight and fight reflex. They have they have flown away. Karen is fighting. There we go. Uh, it's definitely the upside down, isn't it? Marie, thank you so much. I'm showing 161 people watching, and do us a favor here. We don't collect your personal information or your DNA, but if you'll please put your fingerprint on the subscribe button and the like button, it definitely helps to get this out, and I certainly would appreciate it very much. Thank you. We have a lot of fun here, but this is our way of getting together weekly and hashing out what has happened in these cases. And I got to tell you once again, thank you very much to LawTube and all these lawyers who show all these things. I am in attorney Melanie Little's chat quite often, and it's because her schedule melds with mine, and it makes it so much easier to watch. And plus, I'm going to tell you, I love her heartfelt comments. Just the fact that she's not so commercialized with it, and she gives us her opinion and the legal opinion and explains things. I love it. So thank you very much. And that way we can just literally hash it out. Remember the one good cop that told the truth when he said the tail light was not busted up like that when he saw? Absolutely, Amy. Nobody has forgotten him. Nobody has forgotten him. Hannibal, I cannot believe the audacity to be so corrupt. It's crazy. I'm so glad we all found out about them. You know why this happens? You know why this happens? Is because people that do that don't believe that there is a beyond. The way that I grew up, I mean, I had a healthy fear for doing the right, doing anything wrong and pushing me to do the right thing. Not that, you know what I'm saying? There's that little switch that we all have within us that basically we have a choice. And I do not believe that these people know that there is an end game. I mean, because I want you to know Sandra, as an example, and her sweet baby, and John are there waiting. And I'm going to tell you when it's all over and we all go to heaven, and when the day of judgment, there will be the real trials. And that includes the ones for Abby and Libby from the Delphi case, all the other ones, Madeline Soto, every one of them. And then we see the retrials. And they cannot lie on the stand in that. And when you're in spirit form, you can't lie. There is no way. They don't think about that. They don't think about, oh my gosh, it's the wrong thing to do. Or they don't think, wow, this was wrong. This situation got out of hand. We've got to call the cops. We've got to make sure that everybody knows, instead of, oh my gosh, this got out of hand. You go here, you go there, you go there, you do this, you wash the clothes, you take this to elsewhere, you get a duffel bag ready, you start cleaning, then we take John out on the lawn. That's what happens, unfortunately. Standing stones. It's an interweb of bad actors out of the DAMSP office with Guarino and inspectors. Yep. There's a handful there's the rotten apples that make it bad for the rest of the bunch. Only takes one rotten apple. Zelda, I think the tow truck driver, that's lucky. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I think the tow truck driver backed the car at the high rate of speed and not Karen. What is your thoughts? I don't really know how to answer that about the tow truck driver backing the car at the high rate of speed, not Karen. First of all, I was not convinced that the Lexus can actually go in reverse at 24 miles an hour. Most of those, because think that is a very heavy SUV. That's a very heavy vehicle, regardless if it was a Pinto or the Lexus 570 SUV. Some of them have governors on them that keep them from going at high rates of speeds. What I would like to know is if that can be disabled. If that was a governor on there, or a limiter, what they call on that N-form system, could it be disabled? I don't know. Karen did not back up that quickly at all. Yeah. Standing stones. They've all turned a blind eye to the death of Sandra, which took place in Canton. Correct, it's all connected, and some think a lot of hanky pank, pun intended, is there. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've had people that have emailed me and saying, I'm scared to say anything. I watch you. I'm scared to say anything. I know these families. I'm scared to say anything. These families are so strong in their demeanors. I mean, think about it. Look how Paul goes to court and he gives the evil laser eyes over to Karen and the defense team. You know what I want to do? I just want to go loser, in my opinion. Oh my goodness. I think the same thing trying to get it loaded. The tow truck driver did not have room, I don't think, to back it in. If you see, there's video on that. I don't think the tow truck driver had room to drive it in. Okay, hold on. I'm seeing things. Deb is a paramedic, and thank you for your service, my darling. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're finding really good employment. I know you are. As a paramedic, I can't believe any medic would think that he was struck by a vehicle. Doesn't even make sense to you. Well, see, I think that's another thing because these people live and work there. And especially think about the neighbors. I'm sure they've seen something. Do you think I wouldn't say anything, especially if I had kids? No, no. Super Squirrel, might Canoni be taken down the feds? No, I don't think so. Because there is judicial immunity for Auntie Bev, unless she is found doing something extremely corrupt, which I think bad decisions are not considered that. All right, let me see. Standing Stones is there too. Deb, I do x-ray, and if he was clipped by an SUV doing 24 miles, his shoulder, clavicle, humerus would be fractured. Yes, indeed. And look, you see this right here? Stop it. That is Sam. She has learned how to stomp. Look at her. Miss Attitude. I love her. She's my old girl. She is the mother of all living around here. And she rules the roost. She has learned how to stomp, and she walks on this wooden table behind the sofa here, and she stomps so loud that it'll get me up at night. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how it happened, but she's a stomper now. She stomps, and I think that a lot of it is just attitude. And she makes a little nest in that sofa pillow, which, whatever makes her little boat float, right? Okay. Let me see. Laura B., my darling, speculated recently that any and or all the text stream data could have been manipulated because what we saw in the trial was a spreadsheet. Absolutely, that was a spreadsheet, and I've said that all along. That is not text stream data. That was a spreadsheet. Somebody went in and manipulated a spreadsheet. because you can't manipulate text stream, but you can manipulate a spreadsheet. And they gave it to all of us, just like the inverted video, thinking that we were dumb as box of rocks, right? Ugh. There we go. Smatahari. Karen Reed's motion to dismiss will be fire. Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. Zelda, they don't care, and they think we shouldn't either. That's right. They just want it over. They just want it over. That's it. Kelly Brown says, definitely a Brady violation. It should have already been addressed. Absolutely, it should have been. I don't know what Bev is waiting for. Astro, our dear Astro Stephanie says, if this ain't Brady, I don't know what is. Agree. 10,000%. 10,000%. It's getting hard for me to even catch up. All right, let me look here. Aunt BB2, Zelda, why don't they use the ring video that shows Karen Reed backing out of and pulling toward the street? It depicts the taillight intact when she was on the brakes. I think they did put that in the last trial. I know that they're going to put it in this one. I also believe that the one where you see the tow truck driver pulling it up onto the tow truck shows that I mean, you can barely see it, but it shows that you can see it. It shows. Now, I believe it was cracked because she definitely backed into John's vehicle. But beyond that, meh. Heather says that Aiden is an amazing journalist and the stuff he has exposed is mind-blowing. It is. You know, look, anybody can say anything, but he dug deep, and that's what we need. He should get an award and a reward for this. Karen, thank you so much, my darling. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Now, let me read your message. In my opinion, Bev has no choice but to dismiss countless Brady violations, trying her for the sake of saving the McAlberts. I think that she just feels that this is nonsense and she should dismiss this, but she's planning on denying the dismissal anyway. I don't know how they're going to get a jury. Jury selection starts April 1. If we have it. Pardon me. Smartahari. Turtle Boy is my favorite disruptor. Yeah, listen, some of the things he comes through, it makes me blush. Some of the things that he talks about, but you know what? That's fine. What he did for the community and for many others, and he sacrificed, and his poor kids went through HE double hockey sticks. What happened to him was unconscionable by these women, and they need to be held accountable. And I'm certainly hoping that they will be. And I'm going to tell you, I think there's more stuff, you know, the Bedero letters. You don't think that any of this stuff has gone away, because it isn't. It is all meld together. There we go. Moon Goddess, my darling. Love that. Lieutenant Gallagher is the one that retired, and I believe he's the one that might have had the video on his drive. It is someone that is mentioned in the motion. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but I can almost bet it's not an iCloud. I think Hanky got that wrong, as in hashtags versus hash values. I'm pretty confident to say that it's not an iCloud unless it is someone's personal iCloud. Then you got a problem, because where did it come from? I mean, Lolly had a USB stick thumb drive that he used, right? In order to show what videos that he had. So where did it come from? See, there's no chain of custody. There's no anything. There's no cause, there's no manner. Well, there, look, Astro, look, hello. No cause and manner of death are two different things, though. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Catch up here. Nancy, yes. Law enforcement is not backing prosecution. If you notice, they are remaining silent, even though one of their own fellow officers. The reason that they are not is because they can't. Um, it is because of a union thing. They cannot get involved. And you notice that Auntie Bev ordered any law enforcement that was in the audience of the court could not show up in uniform. That's why you don't see anyone other than our wonderful LV cops in Las Vegas, but that's why you don't see any of these cops saying anything about it. And it's because um, they can't back Karen either. But I'm certain that they're not backing the prosecution. They know. They know. They've been there. They know. All right, let me catch up here. You guys have got so much good things. Lady Zell, the officer who stood in the autopsy for Penny McGee, ex-husband, was the same one in Karen's case who said to Proctor with the Emmy rookie move, absolutely. They're all entwined. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. And I also mentioned that to Pam Bondi and said there are too many suspicious interactions between these certain nucleus group of law enforcement. So we'll see what Pam Bondi does. I mean, she doesn't have to contact me back. All she has to do is take notice. And I believe that she probably already does. I'm pretty sure. Well, let me see. I thought of this, Astro Stephanie, when Hanky was talking that one time in court. This siren was so loud. Oh my gosh. I knew it was John. You couldn't even hardly hear him. I knew it was John. I knew it was John. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's all such I'm going to catch up. I'm so far behind. There were 13 people in the house. They know what happened to John, and they're all walking around free. Justice for John is just around the corner. My dear, I think there were more than 13. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that from John's point of view, there were more than 13. Some of these people have not been mentioned. Because, you know why? Because they're not family. They're not part of that nucleus. They're not part of that circle of trust that they have, just like Proctor, just like Higgins. And they know they'll get the boot or they'll get thrown under the bus. Look what's happening to Proctor. Do you see anybody coming to his defense? They used him. Now, I don't feel sorry for him at all because he was too stupid to see it. And he should have shut it down right from the get-go, but he wanted to make a good impression with his buddies, right? The guys that say rookie move. Well, he wanted to make a good impression, so he handled this case. He handled it all right. But do you think they're coming to his rescue? No. Do you think they'll come to Hickey Baby's rescue? Never. Never. These guys will have tire tracks on their forehead from throwing everybody under the bus. That's exactly what they do. Mary, I see that. I don't want to put that on the screen, but I have asked. I have not gotten a message on that because I'm curious about that. Yeah. Oh, let me see here. Auntie BB Zelda, you can't stream the Ted Daniels yet, but we could all watch it from our devices, and during commercials, we can all comment. Just thinking out loud about this, it's possible. I can't stream it. I mean, we could be watching it. Otherwise, I could go live and we could be watching it aside from this and comment. That's possible. Let me see if I can get that arranged. Okay. Let me see if I can. I'll definitely put something out 30 minutes before. Pardon me. I'm more excited about this interview than I am the Super Bowl. I hate to tell you this. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so they already said that her Lexus did not have any aftermarket modifications. There's just so many sus. There's so many crazy things happening. Let me see here. Yes, judges, judicial immunity. Unless, now I do know a judge that went to prison. He's still in federal prison. He was in the great state of Tennessee, and he was doing favors with female inmates or people coming up to his court, that if they did a favor with him, then they would get a very light sentence. Many got a very light sentence, and he is spending time in federal prison because of that. Yeah. Oh, crafty Chris, there is a gentleman in town who fell and broke a hip, laid in pain for hours because he was afraid to call 911. You know, that's sad when that kind of thing happens. Really, really sad. Let me see here. Let me see. My cat used to walk heavy-footed. It was almost comical, wasn't there? Oh, yeah, yeah. Sam looks like our Blade, the loot toy. Oh, yeah. That's cute. Yeah, Sammy. She came to me when she was just a baby, a kitten. And the neighbor was going to give her to somebody else. And I said, no, you're not. I'm going to take her. She's mine. So she came in, she was feral, she was an outside cat, and this poor little thing ate and ate and ate. And I fixed her a little box right beside my bed with little towels and little things, and she slept for 2 days in that box. And all she would do was get up and eat, and then she would go back. And one day she got out, and the rest is history. I have a whole litter. So she had a boyfriend or two. But there we go. There we are. Amy says, Zelda, can we do a deep dive on Bev? I feel like something else that we know is going on, and I don't think we have done that yet. Have we? We have not. I want to be careful about that sort of thing, but there's more there than meets the eye. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. So, I mean, we can always ask. We can always ask. You know, they're grasping for straws with Ted Daniels, you know, this whole thing. I mean, they are all over the map because guess what, my darlings? They have the burden of proof. And guess what? They don't have it. Do you not think if the Lexus came back with the Inform system, with the navigation system, do you think that if something was on there, we wouldn't hear them bragging? Hello. They certainly would. They don't have Shinola. Let me see. There we go. Boozy Beauty, you darling. I see you on X. Bless you for being here. This young lady has an awesome X account, and she's awesome. Thank you for being here. I'm honored to have you here. Sergeant Paul, I don't even want to try it. Di Gianpietro is the retired officer from the Canton PD footage. He retired the same time as Gallagher. Oh, yeah. Sissy, CW, the conniving weasels, or is it the criminal web? Or could it be the concealing and withholding? Or, yeah, we know who they are. Had to have it all. If deleted every 30 days, then how were they able to get more videos once it, right? Lies, lies, and more lies. Lies, lies. Hello. Yes, lies. And hello to you, my darling. Thank you for being here. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, I know who you're talking about, Sherry. I know who you are talking about. She's awesome too. Let me see here. And Proctor Neely had a folder or bag or portfolio. He opens it, hands something he thinks is Proctor. He thinks it's a large tail eyepiece. Yeah, there was something nefarious going on in that Sally port. And why they call it a Sally port is beyond me, but it is. It is what it is. Hello, it is what it is. So let me see. Let me try to catch up here, my darlings. Don't forget. Oh my gosh. Okay, so don't forget that at 10 o'clock, an hour and 15 minutes, we will be back to do some EVPs. So get ready for that. If you haven't been in one of those sessions, my darlings, the lights go dim, it comes out, and oh my heck, it's amazing. The last time we did it, it was 3 hours, 4 hours. Yeah. Oh, my darling boo, yes, I got the email and I got the Fox, and it is I meant to write back to you. My apologies for that. I didn't do it, and I have no excuse. What a sweetheart. They have a fox that comes and visits, and they feed every night. And they sent me a picture, and it is so cute. Thank you. I love little fox, except that I get worried about, when they're wild animals. They're still wild, but they're still so sweet. Let me see. Let me see here. You know it, Charlie. You know it. Yes, that's right. Unfortunately, he was just pardoned. That was a crying shame. Yeah. Let me see. Sissy, I said this the other night about John Grisham. John Grisham couldn't, I'm sure he's watching. He writes a lot of these. I love John Grisham. He has the best crime novels. You just literally can't make this stuff up. I mean, this is a cross between Stephen King and John Grisham and who else? Crazy. Clerk Jim's Clown. Microdots, the CW's keeping a second set of books. I certainly would not doubt it. Certainly not doubt it. Let me see. Let me see. I've got to catch up here. Got to catch up with you, darlings. Let me see. Charlie says her history, I think you're talking about Bev, is spectacular and that makes it worse. She is acting out of character for this case only. She is acting emotionally and not legist. Yes, whatever that word. I can't even pronounce it tonight. Well, you know what, my darlings? I think there's a connection, a hometown connection. Sherry, see, that's the thing, right? Legal to start. And I have to question, is Hanky doing the same thing? Is it a bits or bytes? And is it a hashtag or a hash value? Did he screw up and say iCloud? Because I don't think departments have iClouds. I don't think so. That makes it vulnerable. So, and I like that from the red rum. Red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, right? There we go. Okay, there's Skyview. We will see you at 10 o'clock. Amy says, don't miss the EVP sessions. This last one we had, everyone was wild. It was just when Microdots came in, and it was wild. There we go. Kelly is going to go ahead and get ready for the live, and she's going to make her popcorn, and she's going to take a rest and all that other stuff. Good. Let me see. My dear Boozy, I keep going back to Zelda spoke her dream, and that's exactly how I pictured the evening events happening. Sent chills. Yep. Listen, it sent chills to me too. When you have that type of, and it's not an out about, it's a projection. It just literally, thank you too, my darling. It is literally, you're watching a movie. You're just watching this happening. And because everything we do is recorded, and frequency, everything, all of our lives are recorded, seriously. And it bothered me for a long time. It still kind of does. Yeah. Jewel, I think they need to pee off Hanky. It would be good to watch. Well, I think we saw a little bit of that the day of the Daubert hearing that we had Dr. Russell up there. I thought he was so indignant, so rude. And they did too, but my goodness, Robert Alessi, hello. Robert, hello. So I love it. Let me see. I love John Grisham. I have not been able to read anything of his. I used to keep up, and I've not even been able to keep up with him anymore. A lot of Harlan Coben. I'll tell you the one that I got hooked on. It's because of attorney Mark Betterow. So if you're listening, attorney Mark, thank you. It's on Apple TV, and it's called Severance. Oh my gosh. Severance. There you go. Oh, you know what? He does have that on his gravestone, doesn't he? It's only a movie. It sure appeared that way. Amy says, yes, and where are they pulling these clips from? The tape they had, of course. These liars are is no iCloud. Come on, we are not stupid. Well, they must have thought we all were, because the moment that Sally Port video came up, the first thing I said, oh my gosh, the police, the word police on the car is inverted. It's backwards. It's a mirror image. Crazy. Ken says, night night, Lady Zelda, great show again. I will catch up tomorrow with the EVP. Been cheeky. May we have one bit earlier? We would love to join in. Sorry, but being a cheeky gent, sending love. I love you. Thank you so much to you and Boo. Thank you for being here. And I thank you to be on the rewatch crew. I think you're going to really enjoy it. So thank you very much for being here. Deb says, do you think Lally is going to be investigated once Karen is found not guilty? I think he's being investigated now. I mean, this is a man who is not involved. I mean, talk about being deflated, that your boss says you didn't do a good enough job. I'm hiring a big gun. Well, the only reason I think that he hired Hank, because he knew that Hank would put on a show. And he is. And he is. On to BB2, I wonder if Lolly is going to participate in 2.0, or is he going to be the, I think he's going to be the water boy. There's no way they're going to tag team. There's no way. So he's going to be the water boy. So yeah. Maurice says Severance is so good. It is. It is. I get started on that. Those are my late night binge. And then I had to watch on Netflix Sweet Magnolias. Oh God. I don't know why I even watched that. That's the Hallmark end of Netflix, that and Virgin River. Oh my. But when they come out on a season, I don't take it easy. I want to see it all. So I just binge it. Boom. I binged Sweet Magnolias in 2 nights. So there we go. Let me see. Oh my goodness, it is 1:50 a.m. Bless you. Love you all. Karen's interview goes well. Thank you for the fab company. Much love to you. Kisses to the fox, kisses to Boo, kisses to all of you. And love you. Thank you so much. Bad Sisters. There's another one, Dark Matters. Oh heck. I like all those. I like those Discovery of Witches on AMC. Oh my goodness, that was excellent. So anyway, my darling. Elizabeth says, I love both of those. Sweet Magnolias is my favorite. Isn't that? I'd love to have a margarita night, and I don't even drink, right? Wouldn't that be fun to have something like that? It would be wonderful. So let's do this. I love Virgin River. Absolutely. So, my darlings, don't forget, if you would like to have a reading with me, you can get a video reading now. So the video readings now are just like this. You see me here, and then I will show the cards, and we talk about it, and I talk about it and give you a reading. You can do that. There's all kinds of different readings. You're more than welcome. What happens is I record those. You get a link, and then it's yours to keep forever and ever and ever. Amen. You can share it. You can do whatever you like to do. And I want to thank Crime Time with True Oracle for being here. You know what we're going to do? We are going to say our good nights right now, since it's sort of kind of early. And the book series is, I'll tell you the book series that I loved is Grant Winston is Poldark. Oh my gosh, Poldark, hello. Anyway, my darlings, it is time to say good night for now. We're just going to close this out for now. I'm going to take a little rest. I'm going to put a sweater on. I'm going to get ready, and we're going to darken it up a bit. We're going to get ready with the EVPs, and we're going to be back here in an hour. So get your popcorn, get your drinks, get your teddy bear, get your blanket, because we're going to start doing some really cool things. So this is good. This is good. So wonderful, my darlings. I want to thank you, each and every one of you. Gosh, this is so, our time went so fast. We're coming back in 1 hour. Now, here's what we're going to do, my darlings. I'm going to send you, thank you, my darling. Thank you so much. I'm going to send you all over to, I know Turtle Boy is going live right now, but I'm going to send you over to the next stream, so you'll be notified. So the next EVP stream I'm sending you right to, so that way you don't have to weep and worry. You can do whatever you need to, and it will start automatically when you see it. So I want to thank each and every one of you, and I'm just going to get a drink, do everything else. Let me see on my list if there's anything more I wanted to. I think we have, there's one thing. I'm going to take 5 minutes. No one can tell me that Higgins is not violent. You're welcome. No one can tell me that. Do you know why? Because he smashed an Xbox controller of John O'Keefe's nephew when they were playing Xbox. You're a grown man. Who does that sort of thing? And he had to literally replace the Xbox controller. Who does that in front of a kid? You big bully. So there's another thing. So he comes off on the stand just meek and mild and innocent. He's so full of the brown stuff, right? He's so full of the brown stuff. Let's remember, this is crazy time. Crazy, crazy. You are all so welcome. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see you at 10 o'clock. Be here. Get ready for the EVPs. We're going to be watching questions, and then we're going to be going. So there we go. So I will see you in 1 hour. Much love to you. And hang on, because you're going to be transported right over to the EVP stream. So we'll see you there. Bring some popcorn.